OCPM. What is it? Optimized CPM. I'm Charlie here, Facebook Disruptor. I'm going to help you out. So, OCPM, what is it? It is an optimized CPM. Why is that important? What is it? Why is it? So, it is when people talk about an algorithm. When you see the Facebook algorithm, the Instagram algorithm, the YouTube algorithm. Back in the day, you used to buy inventory and you would get blanket inventory. You would reach every single person no matter what. Even if they didn't care about you, if there was no value and they showed no interest in what you were doing. Now we have an optimized CPM, what we call OCPM. What this means is we show ads to people based on their level of interest, based on their estimated action rate, based on the value that they are expected to bring. This is a predictive engine that we use. So why is this important? Number one, it means that actual CPMs are not relative in the same way that they were 10, 15, 20 years ago. And most people that say, well, CPMs are totally important and everything else, they're right, but that's not the actionable insight that you will see from information. OCPM means that you gladly spend $50, $100 to reach 1,000 people because the conversion value will pay for it, because it is premium inventory. Now, back in the day, you used to do this on publishers and advertisers by getting better quality inventory, but even then, you weren't necessarily reaching people because they actually cared about you. You were reaching people because they were there. There's a very big difference. Now, OCPM also means that there are other metrics that we don't need to care about anymore. We don't need to care about CPC. We don't need to care about CTR. We don't need to care about, of course, here, CPM, because these are metrics that are based on the measurement of the cost of inventory and everything else, but they don't matter. Because if we're running a conversion campaign, the number one thing that matters is our cost per conversion or our return on ad spend. Again, I'll gladly pay $10 a click if it means I'm getting a $10 CPA and my target is $100. I'll gladly spend $100 on a CPM if it means that I'm 10xing my money. By the way, 10xing money is a metric that very few people ever get, and it lacks a lot of context. I'll gladly get a 0.1% click-through rate if it means I'm actually making money, or I'll push for a 10% click-through rate if that's what it means. The point here is, with custom audiences and retargeting and lookalikes and all of this other stuff in a predictive algorithm, the concept of OCPM is actually what drives the ship. So because Facebook is an OCPM, so is, by the way, YouTube, so is Snapchat, so is TikTok, so is Pinterest. Are you catching a trend? Because we deal with that, the normal metrics that people use to define success 15 years ago, honestly, 10 years ago, 20 years ago, CPC, CTR, CPM, these aren't necessarily irrelevant, but they aren't the actionable insight. They don't actually bring value. Now, OCPM, especially on a Facebook platform and other places, really is a measure of one simple thing. How good of a match is your ad to your audience? And this is why most often what we try to do is get creative that works. What is the best ad that we can run? Because if people like the ad, if people respond well to that ad, they're going to stay on the platform. And every platform, including Facebook's number one objective, is to get people to stay. The average person swipes the height of the Eiffel Tower every single day. Your job, more than anything, is to get them to swipe one more time, and in a way that pays for what you're trying to do. So, OCPM, optimized CPM, this is the thing that makes all the old metrics obsolete. Not completely irrelevant, but they're not actionable. That's what's most important. Once again, I'm Charlie, Facebook Disruptor. I hope you found this valuable. Please tell your friends, and I'll see you on the internet.